I want to start this off by saying congratulations to Paige Beckers, WNBA Rookie of the Year, deservedly so. Gets presented the award with a lot of pomp and circumstance. Again, deservedly so. I mean, these are the kind of things leagues should do for star players. Paige, from all accounts, just a total gem, had a great season. And this is how she got her award on the Jennifer Hudson show.
Hey, Beckers at their hut. Hey, she didn't bucket, she's the one. Hey, Beckers at their hut. Shooting bucket, she's the one. Ooh, hey, Beckers at their hut. Hey, shooting bucket, she's the one. Hey, Beckers at their hut. Shooting bucket, she's the one.
And I'm the last person you thought you'd see on this cool spirit tunnel, but I'm here to present you with the 2025 Kia WNBA Rookie of the Year Award. Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you. Rookie of the Year! 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 Rookie of the Year!
And that was very dope. Very dope, very deserved. Paige Beckers did not win unanimously, obviously, because Sonia Citron got 2 votes. I think it should have been unanimous for Paige. Once she had that 44-point performance, that sort of shut the door on the noise otherwise. And I know her team was bad, but it's not like the Mystics went to the playoffs or anything. So Paige Beckers, salute, applause, deserves everything she got in this rookie year. But there are those who have compared how Paige received her award to how Caitlyn Clark received hers last year. Caitlyn Clark brought up in a WNBA discussion? Who would have thought? And I'm not here to rage bait or anything like that. That'd be very easy to do. Like, WNBA screws Caitlyn Clark by the way it treats Paige Beckers. But I do think, there's some interesting psychological aspects and fallout aspects to sort of unpack calmly here. I mean, when you look at the actual comparison, this was, posted online. Lots of different accounts are touching on this, but you just saw how it happened with Paige. With Caitlyn, it was a phone call.
And I know the best is yet to come. So, congratulations, Caitlyn. You are the 2024 Kia WNBA Rookie of the Year.
We are here on set with the Jennifer Hudson show to surprise Paige Beckers of the Dallas Wings with the 2025 Kia Rookie of the Year Awards. We're all going to be all smiles and cheering, and I can't wait to see her dance.
And you saw the way that went down. Now, let me first say, Caitlyn was playing in the playoffs last year. So there is a difference in what her schedule is going to allow. She was not booked for any shows like Paige was booked for that show. So there's that simple difference. But what I think is, and the other difference that's been pointed out before I get to what I think is going on here was in the Rookie of the Year shirt. Nike had this plain shirt. Paige's face isn't on there. Her, she's on the front of the shirt. All these things. Really, what I think has happened here is there's still a lot of leftover frustration from last season from Caitlyn Clark fans. And on top of that, there's what happened this season. And it sucks what happened this season with Caitlyn Clark and her injury. And I think there's a lot of unrest and uneasiness within people because there wasn't that redemption. There wasn't that MVP season. All the wrongs from last year were not righted. And that frustration boils over, especially with that realization that it's going to be a long wait until we see CC play again. So for, barring, of course, if she plays in the offseason, which is, of course, a possibility. But it's going to be a long wait to get that redemption. And then people look back at the way Caitlyn Clark was treated as a rookie. And there's no question it was different, right? There's no question, her popularity was disruptive. And when you see the plain Nike shirt, it reminds me, I do think there were people, and this goes for media as well, who were afraid to overly praise Caitlyn Clark in the fear of upsetting others. in the fear of looking like they were playing favorites or looking like, you know, um, they were not paying homage to the rest of the players, because that sentiment did come up last year. And why did it come up? Because Caitlyn Clark is uniquely popular and a unique phenomenon in the sense where her popularity was given the entire credit for the success of the league in some circles, and was and is, you know, a driving force for the success of the league in its own orbit. Like I've said, she's the sun that the rest of the WNBA universe revolves around. While Paige is very popular, she's not a threat in that sense, where her popularity is so significantly different. So there's no disruptive factor there, which makes it a little bit more to accept, easier to accept or embrace and love and all those things. And then, you know, you see there's the other aspect of it if you're Kathy Engelbert, which is having a league that's so dependent on one player, you don't get credit as the commissioner for the success of the league. And you know that in order for the league to succeed in the future, it can't be so dependent on one player. And that's part of why I think with her, not only did she not want to ruffle feathers, but she also doesn't want a league that's only solely dependent on one player. We'll see how that goes in CBA negotiations behind closed doors, how the owners use that or don't use that factor. But that's why, you know, Caitlyn Clark's last name became Angel Reese last year. Just part of the overall equation. And then there was all the other stuff that happened around Caitlyn Clark that led to, you know, her award was leaked this way. This week was dedicated to celebrating and amplifying Asia, Caitlyn, Dejanay, and Nafisa for their hard work and truly exceptional performances all season long. We were not going to distract from their successes, nor would we dim the glow of the spotlight that centered them. They have earned that focus and celebration, but we will take this moment now to stand up for them and the rest of our members, every single one, because we call BS. To unprofessional members of the media like Christine Brennan, you are not fooling anyone. That so-called interview in the name of journalism was a blatant attempt to bait a professional athlete into participating in a narrative that is false and designed to fuel racist, homophobic, and misogynistic vitriol on social media. You cannot hide behind your tenure. You know, Caitlyn's award win leaked in that manner. And that statement kind of says it all about some of the discourse around her rookie season. So a lot of fans were not ready for what that WNBA frontier was going to bring last year. I mean, and it became exhausting at times. And then I think not having the revenge tour or the celebratory tour or, you know, the make good tour, whatever you want to call it this year due to the injury, only furthers that frustration and makes people look back and go, you know, the Olympics and, you know, everything else that happened throughout Caitlyn's rookie season that made it toxic in some ways. And now her fans certainly contribute to that too, when they, you know, the most extreme versions of the fans go out there and you know, complain about everything or point out everything. I didn't personally think anything of the Paige Beckers celebration when I saw it, but I do understand why Caitlyn Clark fans at large are frustrated and hurting and feeling it, because we're all sort of feeling it. And the playoffs are feeling it. There's no way around it. And the Fever are feeling it. I mean, the ticket prices to get in are $9. And some, you know, there's the facts, right? There's the facts that lead to the feelings. So I do empathize with that because I'm feeling like it sucks. There's no way around it. So I think because of that, sometimes people need to put that somewhere and you see the results, because Paige gets this royal treatment, which again, Paige Beckers deserves. Congratulations to her on the Rookie of the Year award. I didn't want to make this into a spiel or a diatribe because it's just not my style. And to be honest with you, I wasn't sure if I was even going to cover it at all. But I thought it was interesting to try to sort of peel the layers back a little bit and give you my thoughts and analysis. So you can let me know whether it was worth it or not.